Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and there is so much to talk about in this video. Largely going to be talking about price. I've got a prediction. I'll just tell you right off the bat here, and I'll share with you who said this a little bit later on. But look, I've got opinions from all sorts of chart analysts, traders here in this video. One XRP community member who is a chart analyst says that XRP is going to hit $10 by the end of 2019. So we got about 2 months left to go here. And, he's certainly very respected by the vast majority, I would say, and I like the guy. He's certainly respected within the XRP community and has a pretty notable following, I would say. So I'm going to share with you some of the specifics on that. I got a couple other price predictions kind of all over the freaking place. None of them for me. Like I don't make price predictions. I don't offer financial advice. I do not have a financial background, so don't buy or sell anything because of me. That would be really stupid. But I like to talk about to me this is really interesting content, and I like sharing with people that follow my channel opinions from those that do know how to read a freaking chart, and I don't. I have no interest in learning. I'm all about fundamentals, but for those that do know how to read charts and are willing to put their necks on the line and make price predictions, you bet I'm happy to cover it on the Moon Lambo channel, unless you're one of those people that makes ridiculous price predictions that don't come true, and then you continue making ridiculous price predictions. At some point, I come across that, and then I'm just like, I can't be putting that in my freaking content. So, but I'm willing to give everybody a shot. I'm certainly willing to give everybody a shot and see if predictions come true. I respect it because I don't have the guts to make a price predictions. Not only because I don't know how to do it, but I'd be so afraid that if it's wrong, like what would people have to say? So, kudos to anybody that's willing to do that. So, I'm going to dig into this piece here. Also, take a look at this. This is from Bitcoinist. XRP price predictions ahead of Ripple Swell Conference. So I'm going to be talking about that. I've got another article here. Crypto Insider says Bitcoin is gearing up for a super cycle as S&P 500 breaks record. Got a bunch of XRP community members opinions in terms of price action. I got another piece from Daily Hodl. Oh my God, this is the one about Tone Vase, isn't it? Oh my God, yeah, Tone Vase. I don't know that I'd listen to him when it comes to buying and selling, but he issues a warning about Bitcoin and altcoins. He just doesn't see positive near-term price action. I'm going to share with you regardless. Then I've got another analyst here from Cointelegraph sharing an opinion. I've got an article from NewsBTC titled "Crypto Trader Bitcoin Price May Not Break All-Time High Until 2024." Yikes. I don't know about that. I'd be kind of surprised. I mean, I don't know. I literally don't know. But 5 years to get back to your all-time high, considering what we just went through, I'd kind of be surprised. But I'll share with you some thoughts on that. And then we've got this piece from Cointelegraph. I'll just be real brief on this. The headline mostly says it, but worldwide Google searches for Bitcoin hit 3-month high. Now, before I say anything further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel if you have not yet done so. That's your homework assignment for the day. Or don't. I appreciate you stopping by regardless. So anyway, crypto market cap $249 billion as I record this. Bitcoin 9,407, and XRP just over 30 cents, 30.47 cents. And not been a crazy amount of volatility, all things considered, over the last 24 hours, so I don't really need to speak too much on that. Let's dig into this piece here. XRP price predictions ahead of Ripple Swell Conference. Predictions are tamer this time, down from the outlandish 500 valuation, which would be reached if XRP was used in all worldwide financial transactions. That's actually completely backwards, and most people don't seem to grasp this, but let me drop some science on y'all right here, in case you don't know either. Which is, it's more like if XRP had a high value, then more financial institutions could use it. It's not that financial institutions are using it and that directly leads to a higher price. No. That's exactly backwards. Now, institutions utilizing XRP does indirectly, very different than directly, indirectly help the price of XRP, because as speculators, humans like you and I, see that it's getting used, it gives us confidence that XRP will be here for the long haul, but nonetheless, that's exactly backwards. Anyway, Crypto Bitlord, our friend Crypto Bitlord, this is the guy that put out the petition to stop Ripple from quote-unquote dumping their XRP. I don't want to talk about that in this video, so I won't, but that's that guy. He suggests that a price of $8, which would be an unseen record, is in the cards here. This prognosis is surprising. These sites, given all the obstacles. Oh my God, McAfee popped. I have to delete this from my computer. McAfee. I'm sorry, it's ruining my video. McAfee pop up. Anyway, this prognosis is unsurprising, given all the obstacles for XRP to recover to $1. Okay, so Bitlord, $8. XRP is closer than we can imagine. That's that opinion. Now, let me go down to this one. This is from @XRP_investor, who tweeted out, in the 2017 bull run repeated, if the 2017 bull run repeated today, XRP price analysts by Alex Cobb, the math doesn't lie. And so that was having to do with an Alex Cobb live stream. And then Agent responded, Agent, a Twitter member here, wrote, I predict 50 cents to $1 between December and March. If that is due to utility and more channels have opened with the same results as MG, MoneyGram, and if they share great results at swell between the news and the connection but utility and price, that is when the FOMO starts. So there's another opinion right there. Let me scroll down a little bit further. While some are more subdued with their price predictions, suggesting a pre-swell pump may be in order, but prices may also remain depressed here. It should be noted, however, that XRP appears to have lost a lot of its initial appeal since 2017 and may never tough higher prices, which is not even a sentence. And may never have higher prices, I think is what they were trying to say. I don't know. Thank you, crypto media. With stagnant prices, selling pressure from Ripple itself, a bloated supply in dormant Korean markets, XRP failed to budge even during the latest rally that reawakened relatively obscure coins and tokens. So this is complete nonsense. XRP is moving in tandem with Bitcoin. There's proof to that. I've cited proof of this. Just look at a freaking chart. If you have eyeballs, you can indeed see that. Selling pressure from Ripple. That's a bogus argument. I've covered that on the channel as well multiple times. Ripple sells, in terms of percentage of volume, it's a fraction of a percent. Like it's not even a percent. You know, there's no way that type of volume would have any meaningful impact on the price of XRP. So completely bogus. Bloated supply? No, definitely not. 100 billion. First of all, most of that is not even accessible. Even if you set aside what's in escrow, you talk about what speculators like you and I, perhaps listening to this, have. Most of it's not even on exchanges. Then you consider the fact that XRP is divisible, as I stated in my last video. I didn't know I'd be bringing this up again. XRP is divisible by 1 million. That the smallest unit, 1/1,000,000th of an XRP is a drop, and then Bitcoin, the smallest unit, is a Satoshi, and that's divisible for Bitcoin. Smallest unit is a Satoshi, but Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million. So, as it turns out, there are only 47 times as many drops versus Satoshis. That's how many units of digital asset are available with each cryptocurrency. That's it. It's not that big a difference, and most aren't even accessible right now. And just if the price was able to reach $3.92, which it did in January 2018, speculation alone, where do you think it's going to go when utility indirectly takes hold and real-world adoption continues? Up. Again, not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my everyday Joe Schmo opinion. That is it. So, complete nonsense. As far as swell leading to that, I haven't seen a price pump pre-swell yet. It happened last year, but again, like I cited the other day, I think that's more so because there was a rumor about XRapid about to launch, which ended up being true, actually. All right, next year, Crypto Insider says Bitcoin is gearing up for a super cycle as S&P 500 breaks record. Dan Held, Director of Business Development at leading cryptocurrency exchange Kraken, says Bitcoin is poised for a quote-unquote super cycle. In a tweet to his 32,000 followers on Twitter, Held points to central bankers who are relying on inflationary monetary policies to prop up the global economy. And here's a quote from him. Bitcoin is perfectly positioned for a super cycle. Central banks are printing more than ever. Global debt as a percentage of GDP is the highest it's been in recorded history in peacetime. Structural risks in the financial system haven't been resolved. And then the piece continues. Fundstrat Global Advisors co-founder Thomas Lee agrees. According to Lee, the next Bitcoin bull market will follow the S&P 500 surge. And here's a quote from Lee. Bitcoin consolidating, not a bad thing, and it's stuck time until S&P 500 ends this trendless macro period. And then the piece continues, the S&P 500 posted a record high on Monday as investors expect the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates by 25 basis points potentially marking the third set of rate cuts this year. And of course, this is an XRP-centric channel, but we got to talk about Bitcoin price. For as long as XRP is tethered to the price action of Bitcoin, we have to be aware of it. If we're going to talk about price, you're not having a complete discussion if you're not including Bitcoin. Again, XRP is slowly decoupling. It's happening in slow motion, but until it breaks free, here we go. All right, next year, let's hop into some comments from Patty Stash. Now, this is fun. I like this. He's an XRP community member and chart analyst. Proponent for the altcoin alt season coming up here. So anyway, XRP/BTC chart looking perfect as well. Sitting right at resistance now. Check out how perfect these parabolas have been working out. On the downtrend, it's making lower highs and lower highs and lows. Then the shift, and on second side of parabola is making higher highs/lows. And here's the chart associated with that in case you want to look at it. Then you had another tweet, though. Check this out. Higher lows being made. The red line has been the mean for months now. The price is finally going to break and never look back. Count on that. XRP and alts about to break out. Doesn't get much more bullish sounding than that. And I just suspect, again, like I said, not a chart analyst guy, but for other reasons, just looking at activity around just altcoins in general and historically, if I just had to guess, based on all data that I am aware of, not being a chart analyst, frankly, I would be surprised if there's not an alt season. That would blow my little mind. So I don't know when. I'm not putting a timestamp on it. I'd just be very surprised if that didn't happen. But we'll see. It wouldn't be quite the same as 2017 because there were a bunch of scam coins then too. But anyway, here's a tweet from CryptTalk, XRP community member and chart analyst. He tweets, I will long if we break out when we flip the resistance as support. I won't long resistance. So 32 cents and hold 30 and I am in. So that's what he's saying. He's looking for 32 cents and hold at least 30 as support. And then he's saying all bets are off basically. It's like time for XRP to quote-unquote moon, as people say in the crypto sphere. All right, next year, take a look at this. This is what I was citing at the beginning here. So this comes from Awake, who on Twitter, he's at Mr. Level Up. Now, this guy, I like this guy. Some people like to give him crap because one of his more recent predictions didn't come true, but let me say this. I don't expect everybody to be accurate at every prediction they make, but this guy, he did indeed call the run-up that we had in May when Bitcoin started running. I think it was midway. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was midway, and mid-May rather, and it went on for a couple weeks, and just tremendous run-up in crypto in general. And he called that. He called the breakout with that, and whatever happened with XRP. I don't remember all the specifics. It's been almost half a year, but he called that accurately, and he does have quite a following here. Let's see how many followers this is now. Yeah, 10,600. So. He's certainly popular within the XRP community. It's some prediction after that didn't quite pan out, but nonetheless, I just wanted to cite this. This is not just some fly-by-night individual from my perspective. And so he says, in response to somebody asking, I want to know your price prediction for XRP end of 2019, and he tweets in response, I think $10 because we should be on the second burst by then. And you'd have to really dig into this whole Twitter thread if you want to understand what he means by burst. He's also got a short video here, but I just wanted to share the sentiment with you, the ultimate prediction, which is he believes $10 by the end of 2019. Now, if I track all these people that make predictions, so if it doesn't come true, I mean, the XRP community will respond accordingly. And whatever that means, I just respectfully request anybody listening here, to anybody that I cite on here, if their prediction doesn't come true, just be nice people to them, please. Like, we're all humans out here, and like at least they have the guts to put something out there. So if it doesn't come true, don't be mean to them. There's no need to do that. Let's just be adults here, all right? It's not the end of the world. Next here, this is a tweet that I was tagged in by Mr. VH. He tweets out, why is the 30.3 cent range such hard resistance for XRP? The answer is in its history, support and resistance for a long, long time. And so I just thought I'd share this with you. And you can pull this. I'll just scroll through these. Like, you can pause real quick, and here's the ones that he associated. Just historically, he's citing that that's been a notable level right at the 30 cent range. So anyway, thank you very much for tagging me, Mr. VH. Hope you're watching. All right, next, crypto analysts issue Bitcoin and altcoin warnings. This is Tone Vase. I don't really want to cover too much of this because there's actually an article, and I think I covered it. I don't think I just read it. I think I actually covered it in a video, but it cited like how poorly you would have been off if you followed all of Tone Vase advice in terms of like if you were like trading based on the stuff that he said. which perhaps is not advisable. But anyway, veteran trader Tone Vase tells his 88,000 subscribers on YouTube that although Bitcoin has already posted a major correction from its 2019 highs, the daily and weekly charts look mostly neutral, and he's not convinced that this is the start of a new bull run. And here's a quote from him. If I go over to the daily chart so you can see the percentage, we fell 47% from the swing high. That's pretty damn good. That's good. Am I convinced that the sub-bear market within the big bear market is over? No, I'd rather be cautious. I would not be trading right now. I know there's a lot of volatility. I know everybody wants to trade. But right now, this thing could be in a bull market and still pull back to the $8,500 range. This could have been BS, and we're still going to make new lows. So hey, there you go. I just wanted to share. There's an opinion that seems to be contrary to most opinions that I've seen today. So happy to cover it regardless. Even though he's a Ripple/XRP disliker, let's just say hater. He hates them. He hates Ripple and he hates XRP. I just want to read the bullet points on this one. This is from an analyst on CoinDesk. The title of this piece is Key Indicator Turns Bullish as Bitcoin Struggles to Break Above $10,000. One of three here. One, the 3-day chart, MACD's first bullish turn in over 3 months, could bode well for Bitcoin's price, according to historical data. The cryptocurrency may challenge 2019 high above 13,800 before the year's end. The immediate outlook, however, is bearish, and prices could drop to $8,800 in the next day or two, with the daily chart reporting buyer exhaustion. Further, China's state media has asked investors to avoid speculative behavior, which could dampen trading. Here's the third point. A pennant breakout on the hourly chart could yield a retest of recent highs above $10,000, although that looks unlikely. So there you go, another opinion from another analyst. Take a look at this now. Crypto trader. Bitcoin price may not break all-time high until 2024. Bitcoin price is currently top of mind with most traders and financial analysts after the crypto asset made its third largest ever one-day gain since its inception this past week. The powerful move has once again renewed discussion around Bitcoin's all-time high in regard to what the price may be and when it may occur. However, one prominent crypto trader who has made a number of accurate calls in the past believes that Bitcoin will not set a new all-time high for another 5 years. Almost 2 years ago, Bitcoin set its all-time high at the height of the crypto hype bubble, at a price of $20,000 for BTC. Since then, it's gone through a painful bear market and fallen to a low of $3,100, and over 80% retracement from its peak to trough. This year, Bitcoin made its first real attempt at setting a new record and bought savvy and risk-tolerant investors who bought the bottom as much as 350% gains as the latest local peak. But once Bitcoin reached 14,000, it was violently rejected, putting a damper of any talk of a new all-time high being set for this year. Still, crypto investors are holding out hope for Bitcoin's upcoming halving in May 2020 to bring the asset to a new record high. Even a highly cited Bitcoin stock-to-flow model is suggesting that Bitcoin will be at least $55,000 per Bitcoin around the time the halving takes place early next year. However, another theory has emerged, and one that is steeped in mathematics. One prominent crypto trader who has made a number of successful calls, even calling for a blow-off top in early June, and suggesting NEO would be among the first altcoins to explode in the aftermath. He claims that Bitcoin will not set a new all-time high until 2024. And there's a tweet associated with this, but I'm just going to scroll down here. The analyst theory is based on Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci numbers form a sequence in which each number is the sum of the preceding number, and the analyst is applying this idea to attempt to determine when Bitcoin will set its next all-time high. According to the trader, it took Bitcoin 625 days to break above the all-time high of the 2011 bull market peak. Then it took another 1,250 days to break above the all-time high set during the 2013 bull run. Interestingly, the sum of 625 plus 625 is 1,250, adding credence to the trader's theory that each new all-time high is set at double the length of time from the previous high. Fibonacci sequence would then suggest that the current all-time high of $20,000 will not be broken until 2,500 days have passed, or not until October 24th, 2024. Okay, so what the hell? This is not... Look, a fun coincidence, and numbers are fun to play with. I just... If this is right, super duper, I'll be happy to admit it in 5 years. My little simple Moon Lambo mind would be blown, though, because I don't think that humans, the way that they're behaving, are going to be reasonably tracked in this particular manner. There can be all sorts of catalysts. There can be real-world adoption. All sorts of things can happen. But just to believe this because you can add up numbers that show that there was that pattern briefly once, that doesn't mean a damn thing in my mind. Like I can't really buy into this, and I've never heard of this being used in any sort of successful chart analytics. So for Moon Lambo, let's just say I'm highly skeptical, and I'll leave it at that. You can tell me what you think, though. And then last piece: worldwide Google searches for Bitcoin hit 3-month high. There we go. Worldwide Google searches for Bitcoin, currently worth 9,400, are now near a 3-month high, according to Google Trends. Current interest is at the highest level since early August, when Bitcoin price was around 11,700. Notably, 3 of the top 5 regions reporting the most searches for the keyword in question are located in Africa. The top 5 regions are Nigeria, South Africa, Austria, Ghana, and Brazil. As reported earlier today, peer-to-peer cryptocurrency trading platform Paxful said its volume grew by 2,800% over the past year in South Africa. And then they're subheading Bitcoin, not blockchain. Google searches for blockchain, on the other hand, have not seen any major leap in interest despite receiving praise from China's president, who urged the country to accelerate blockchain development. Overall, the chart shows that the number of searches for blockchain has been much more stable than those for Bitcoin, without any sharp increases or decreases. Unlike WeChat trends, where searches for blockchain and Bitcoin soared, as reported yesterday. Meanwhile, Chinese state media announced today that the country should embrace blockchain technology, but warned against speculating in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. After state authorities endorsed blockchain technology, stocks in Chinese blockchain A share firm maxed out to their 10% daily limit. So what I wanted to say on this generally, despite the price being where it is, and the crypto asset class, the market cap being, what did I read earlier? Let me just go back to this right here. 249 billion. We are seeing certainly a lot of interest in terms of Google searches. We're seeing volume for the crypto asset class, the highest it's ever been within the last few days or so. You're seeing I just made a video today about XRP, number of transactions in a single day, more than double the rest of the entire crypto asset class. Like there's a lot going on here. And I think that it's like the pressure is building, as typically happens in this asset class, and eventually there's going to be a catalyst. Maybe we'll never understand exactly why it is. People just being humans and FOMOing in and this and that and acting irrationally in terms of investment. But there's going to be something that happens, and then parabolic run. That's my guess. I'm willing to bet that it's going to happen. There will be another FOMO cycle because people haven't figured out this asset class. That's the reason I confidently say that people clearly are behaving as though they have not figured it out. There's a lot of evidence for that, which I've cited on the channel. But that's it for this video. It's gone longer than I intended. Hope you don't mind. And if you're listening to this, thank you for making it to the end. Let's be friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo!